everyone on the roster. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
So with the end of 2023 finally over and a new year beginning in 2024, I decided, you know what, let me make a list of at least, I guess you can say, the worst superhero movies of 2023. Now, I know a lot of people are going to get mad because of the movies I'm going to talk about, but to be honest, not all of these films were terrible, or at least one of them to me wasn't as terrible, but mostly all of them are very bad, especially the number 1 and number 2. They're very bad. But at the end of the day, this is just my opinion. If you thought these films were great, hey, congrats. The movies still flopped. The movies didn't make money, so there's no point of even getting a sequel because, well, I mean, it is Disney, it is DCU. They might make a new one. But aside from that, so here is my top 5 worst superhero movies of 2023. Number 5, The Flash. The Flash movie was a movie that just had a lot of things going wrong for it. A studio that didn't believe in Zack Snyder's world, universe, storyline. And look, I like Zack Snyder's movies. I think they're phenomenal films. I think his DCU was a phenomenal storyline, and I really wanted to see what he was going to do. I also understood that there was a bunch of people out there that didn't like his universe, and that's totally fine. Just like me, I don't like everything that the MCU was before. I thought some of the films were great, and I thought some of the characters were terrible. Ant-Man was a terrible character, and even to this day, I think his movies are really shitty ass movies. But aside from that, The Flash just didn't have anything really going. They tried putting in Michael Keaton, didn't work. They tried having what's his name, George Clooney. I mean, it was cool seeing George Clooney there, but is it really going anywhere? It was fighting an uphill battle with the whole James Gunn coming in, rebooting everything, but just keeping his stuff. So yeah, this movie was always gonna flop. It was always gonna be, basically, it was never gonna be a success. But the film wasn't as bad as I thought. I actually found some enjoyment. I thought some of the stuff that they were trying to tell was pretty interesting. But hey, that's just my opinion. Maybe you guys think it's a terrible, terrible film. Number 4, Blue Beetle. Now, Blue Beetle is a film that had this whole, leaning into the politics, this whole ideology, this first Hispanic character. And look, as someone who is Hispanic, I don't look at myself and be like, I need to see Bruce Wayne as a brown person. No. I love the character Bruce Wayne / Batman because of the character. I don't need to see myself as that character. But when it came to Blue Beetle, there were some things that, some of that stuff my family does. Like, yeah, that's cool, but is that what the character is about? Is that why I'm falling in love with the character? Is that why I want to care about the character? Or are you just trying to fucking pander to me? And it felt like that movie was that was all it was trying to do. And I think the actor, I forgot what his name is, the dude from Cobra Kai, I think the actor has a potential of being a phenomenal actor. It's just this script, this story, and that universe that they put him in didn't work. The whole family dynamic didn't work for me. I thought George Lopez was funny in some moments, but in some moments it just felt like they were trying too hard. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it still wasn't as terrible as number 3. Number 3, Shazam. What can I say about this film? I put this film on and I was trying so hard to find something that I like. And I couldn't. And it's not me trying to bash this film, but you think this Shazam was going to work with Black Adam? No, it was not going to work. It was going to be pathetic for this character, and it was going to ruin Black Adam. And I'm sorry, I know some people are really hardcore that you have to keep everything into the comic book source. I'm sorry, but this Shazam does not work. It didn't work in the first one. I don't like the first one. Now, there's some things in there that you can find some enjoyment, but overall, the film is still not that great. And Shazam! Fury of Gods was just another, I guess, indication to me that, yeah, Shazam is just one of those characters that I think needs a new reboot or needs somebody to come in and just freshen it up a little bit. Like, you can still have Shazam be a kid stuck in a man's body, I guess you could say, but find some way where you can make it actually work, because the way they were trying to do in that film, it didn't work. It just didn't work. Number 2, Ant-Man 3. What can I say about Ant-Man 3? This was supposed to be the big bad Kang arrival. And look, if I have to choose something positive about this film, was that I felt that Jonathan Majors did a decent job. Yes, his acting isn't the greatest, I know, but compared to the whole film and the whole actors in this universe, in this world, he was the best thing. And that's not a good thing, because the whole film was terrible. Everything about Ant-Man 3 was terrible. And I love seeing videos of people talking about, or like on TikTok talking about, oh, you see, that looks exactly like this and this and this. And like the film, yeah, you can think like it looks like that is, but in reality, nothing's even connecting to that. So at the end of the day, Ant-Man 3, I mean, you can find some stuff that is funny, some stuff that looks cool, but at the end of the day, it's a terrible film, terrible writing, some bad acting, some bad CGI, and overall just a bad indication of what the MCU is, and in the state that the MCU is at right now. But number 1 is the one and only The Marvels. Now, I was thinking of putting 2 films here, but I haven't been able to go watch Aquaman, and to be honest, I don't care of watching Aquaman. But I did give The Marvels a chance, just because I knew it was going to be a disaster, and boy oh boy did it not let down. The Marvels is 100% the worst film of 2023, the worst superhero film of 2023, and potentially the worst film overall. But at the end of the day, The Marvels was just one of those films that Disney, Marvel Studios decided they were going to push this to the moon. And when it wasn't working, instead of canceling this film and just getting a write-off from their taxes, they decided to go spend more money and try to see if they can't fix it with Gorilla Glue. And at the end of the day, it didn't work. The people they hired didn't work. The actress, I think the only people that came out looking somewhat good was Miss Marvel. But at the end of the day, her character is not beloved. Nobody cares about that character. It has like a very small community fan base, and at the end of the day, it's not gonna work. So there it is, guys. So let me recap my list of the worst superhero films of 2023. Number 5, The Flash. Number 4, Blue Beetle. Number 3, Shazam! Fury of Gods. Number 2, Ant-Man Quantumania. And number 1, The Marvels. Let me know if you guys agree with my list, and if you guys disagree, let me know what films you guys believe are the worst superhero films of 2023, and I'll catch you guys next time.
I just leveled up, I thank God. Straight from